solution for, and I understood that. Don't come his side.
You've been in a relationship where... How much of myself do I give away? Bernard called.
What?
My agent called.
And?
I can't go up north with you next week. Auditions. 2 of them.
We are going to be late.
How do I look?
Fabulous. You know what that dress does to me?
I left the stain.
Come here, I'll check. It's fine. It's a page I have to return. Won't take a minute. Bill, it's me. No? Sure? Fine, fine.
Did he cancel?
Oh, no. Just calling to say he's going to be late. Said that we should pick up the tickets from Will Call. As if we needed him to give us that tip.
Thought you said you liked Bill.
No. I said he was a decent, morally upright fellow. By lawyer standards. Actually, I hate the man.
So if you hate him, why are we going to the opera with him?
Because he's met Phoebe already. And now I want to see him react to seeing the 2 of us. I want to see how uncomfortable he gets. Once he realizes what is what.
If he's met your wife, aren't you worried about?
What's he going to do? Call Phoebe and tell what she practically knows already? Nah. He's not that kind of guy. I just want to burden him with this bit of information.
So what do you have to say for yourself? I cut my heart out for you with a stiletto, and all you can say is thank you? Like I did you some kind of favor? And now you're just going to sit there like nothing happened between us.
How am I supposed to answer that? You're performing right now. Anything I say is just going to give you more grist for the mill. None of this means a damn thing.
Well, why not look me in the face? Why not acknowledge what has happened here? I turned my life inside out, and the fact is you were involved.
You should know where depending on others will get you by now. You've wanted too much from people all your life, and unfortunately, you've gotten what you asked for from them. Don't start something with me, because if you get me started, I might not stop until I've really hurt you.
You don't know me well enough to hurt me.
Try.
All right. So, what do you want to tell us about this scene?
I thought it was a little easier this time, using the personalization that we talked about before. I felt a lot more connected to the scene this time.
Big difference, huh?
Yeah.
And you, Hope?
I felt a lot less tense this time, less than ever before, but I didn't feel very...
Emotionally engaged. We've seen that before, haven't we, darling? What about the substitution we talked about?
I had a lot of trouble with it. I couldn't really find a person or a parallel situation, at least anything I could work with.
Nothing. I find that difficult to believe. How old are you?
22.
Surely. You've been in a relationship where the other expected more from you than you thought reasonable. And if you haven't, you have to use that imagination of yours and ask yourself, how much of myself do I give away to this other person?
Good job today. Oh, thanks. Are you still going to be able to make rehearsal Monday? Sure. Call me if you need a ride. Thanks. See you then.
Hey, I thought it went well.
Well, we both learned something, and that's what we're here for, right?
Yeah. So, can I give you a lift home? Here. Michael.
Something wrong?
No, I'm fine. Just think we should stop.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm fine, really. Want me to take you home?
No, I drove. I thought you couldn't get out of La Jolla until next weekend.
Changed plans. Neil Turner finally died.
Thanks for the advance notice.
Pardon me? You mean to invade your space? Why don't you throw something down and come to the funeral with me? Ought to be a good one.
Why don't you take your wife?
Phoebe? No, she doesn't do well with funerals. Unleashes all these childhood memories that I'd rather not have to listen to for the next week. You know how sensitive she is.
I wouldn't know what to wear even if I wanted to go.
You could wear your red dress. Neil likes seeing you in it almost as much as I do. He deserves such a gesture as denouement.
Why's that? I thought you said he was a terrific son of a bitch.
Oh, he was. As magnificent a bastard as we'll see in our remaining years. They just don't come in his size anymore. But, you know, he wasn't really a malicious soul. He was just honest. He had the kind of honesty most of us don't have the Constitution for, and I understood that. People like he and I come to recognize our kinship in this world. And when you see it in someone else, like you, for instance. Oh, yes, I saw it in your eyes. First time I saw it, you were about 14. You were quite the revelation.
Did either of my parents have it?
Those two? No, not a chance. Well, I suppose there was something in your father once. Was there when I met him in law school, but he's a fearful man. Well, that kind of fear from your mother, I suppose. But no matter, my dear, because you are better than the best part of both of them. You got his fire and your mother's beauty, and a fear of neither. I swear, though, your resemblance to her when you wear that dress, uncanny. Tell me, where have I seen this before?
Probably my parents' house.
You seen them again?
No. I stole it the last time I was there. On my way out. Probably don't even miss it.
I'm sure they don't. Well, I better get going.
I need some more money. There's an audition in New York. I didn't want to take out of the count. Is that a problem?
Of course not.
This is Hope Crowley. Hope, this is Ava Ringgold, the director.
Thanks for coming out.
My pleasure.
Please have a seat.
Can I get you anything? Coffee, water, bourbon? I made up that little joke.
Just have a seat, thank you. Well, it's nice to meet you. Wyman gave you his highest recommendations. He and I have worked together on my 2 previous films, but I'm sure you already know that. So did anyone tell you anything about the project?
Not really. The ad was intriguing, but a little bit mysterious.
Well, it's about a young woman who finds herself in a kind of a tricky position. She's allowed herself to be kept by an older man, and she's being kept completely by this man. And he's no ogre, but she comes to the realization that more than another flawed facet of the noxious lie her whole life has become. Until she breaks out of the situation. So she shows up at his daughter's birthday dinner, and Deirdre and the daughter, Jenna, will be the part of the sugar daddy, Frederick. Read it over a couple of times and begin when you're ready. Do you have any questions?
Wyman, I changed my mind about tonight. Be in my place tonight at 5.
You're a bit late, but I suppose you know that.
This is my apartment. And that's Adrian.
Yeah, he introduced himself when he opened the door.
Wyman and I have been having a delightful little chat.
I'm sure.
Yes, yes. We began with the weather, discussing this unseasonable climate. I poured him a drink, and then with nothing to retreat to, we began discussing interior design. It's been amiable, stimulating, and completely circuitous. The real question's been politely avoided. He's a perfect young man for you, darling, given the circumstances. How long has this been going on?
A month?
And this is your way of showing him the apartment. You've always had a feel for the dramatic.
I guess so.
Your mother also liked to make a scene now and again. I figured you would sooner or later. I've known something was afoot, but I'd be embellishing if I said I knew exactly what it was. You know, we're being really rude to Wyman. I might as well whisper in front of the poor lad. I would kill to know what sense you've tried to make of all this.
Oh, I think it's pretty clear what's happening here. There's not much mystery to it at all. And half the people I know are in a situation like this. And well, the other half are looking for a situation like this.
Is that right? Nothing stings quite so much as finding out how unoriginal you are. Isn't that right, darling? According to Wyman, here we are downright mundane.
I found myself in a similar situation once.
Oh, really? Care to share that experience?
It's not much to tell, really. Just a brush with a deeply unhappy older person trying to smooth over a pathetic life. That's the only thing left to bargain with.
Sounds like you made a right choice.
Yeah, well, I thought so at the time.
I don't remember ever making a choice. It just sort of became. I don't think it was anyone's idea. I almost wish it had been put to me straightforward. Maybe I would have made another choice.
I think she's exaggerating for your benefit, Wyman. Or perhaps she's trying not to judge herself too harshly. Because I think, nay, I know, that she knew exactly what she was doing when she told her parents where to go. You see, Hope and her folks never really took to each other. I went to law school with her papa, and I was familiar with her mother, shall we say. Anyway, the three of them came to loggerheads over Hope's idea to skip school and take the acting world by storm. And they said our way or the highway, and Hope took the highway. But Wyman, you must know Hope well enough to know that she's completely ill-equipped for this struggling actor bit. I saw this. And well, I began helping her. She's so much more my own daughter than... We two are a lot alike. So much so that, considering my history with her mother, it's rather alarming. Sometimes. I wonder what you wanted to achieve with all this. You know I don't care about you bedding down some acting class partner. I'd be worse than a hypocrite if I expected fidelity from you. Or anybody.
You're always true to form. Maybe that's the best lesson you taught me.
I feel like I'm the one being taught the lesson at the moment. I'm just not sure what that lesson is.
If there is a lesson to be learned from, it's this. You're not having the affair with me. I'm having the affair with you.
Well put. And I could sit here with you two young people for a long time. But I have a dinner to go to. One I'd hope to take you to, darling.
I think I'll pass on that one.
That's too bad. Bill's gonna miss you. You know how much he enjoys your company. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Wyman.
Yeah. Likewise.